So first we have to go to the VPC and we have to create one VPC. I hope all of you have created. Hey, देख इधर. VPC created. CIDR block, most of you are confused. What should I give? I taught you IP address. Any private IP network ID you have to give, not any number, whatever comes in your mind. Okay. Any IP address you can give, which is private network ID. Leave it. So any private network ID you can give. Suppose you want to use 150.0/24. Why /24? Because in class C 3 block network, so 888 becomes 24 bits of network ID. Okay, so that's why we are giving it as per the default. So any number like this, you yesterday I have seen used 100, 150, 101, any number. After 168, you can use any number. Then now create VPC. Next comes subnet. I am asking you to create two subnet. Again, you have to calculate. Three subnets you have to calculate. Okay. So as per the calculation, we need only one bit. Select your VPC here. Any name. Just for identification, we have to give any name. Availability zone, no need to use. And here it is asking IP before subnet CIDR. So it is giving example /28. It doesn't mean we have to use /28. As per the calculation, whatever number comes. So for us, it is 192.168.150.0/25 because we are taking one bit. Okay. Yesterday I have shown you the calculation. Once it is done, create subnet. Similarly, for the second subnet, the network ID is 150.128/25. So here whatever I am writing 128 or 0, these all are based on subnet calculation. Okay. So you remember we created subnet, then we have written network ID, valid IP, broadcast IP for every subnet. So the network ID of every subnet you have to write here after calculation. Then create subnet. I hope till here done for all. Hmm? Honestly. Okay. Then the next I asked you to create internet gateway. Why we are creating only one internet gateway? Because internet gateway is always attached with VPC, not with the subnet. If it is with the subnet, then we create two. But here we are attaching it with VPC. So that's why one is enough. Next is route table. So here in the route table, we have to create two route table. Okay, because I will attach one subnet with every route table. Okay, so this one I am creating for public. So I will attach public subnet here. It will list both, but I will select only public subnet. Yesterday we have selected both. Then here you can see public subnet is associated. About the root, this is a public subnet, and as I told you, the devices which are in the public subnet should be accessed from outside. Means we have to give internet root. Okay. Edit root, add root, select 00, target internet gateway, select it and save the changes. So this one done. Yes, done till here. No, then do it parallelly. After this, we create one more root table. In that root table, the difference will be we will not add the root to the internet because it is private. I don't want from outside to access. So edit subnet, and here I will select my private subnet. It is just as you have seen name, nothing else. Name, and the change only is to the private subnet. We don't define the path towards internet. So it becomes private. I hope till here things are clear. Done for all of you. If not, then do it. Then the next step comes for EC2 creation. So for EC2 creation, earlier you have just given name, selected OS, key pair and done. But now there is some change. Instance, launch instance. So as usual, what you will do? Name. So I am going to give the same name so that I can identify this is my public server and this is my private server. Windows. We can use Linux also for this practice. Okay, but for that we have to access the second machine through SSH from one machine. So this is the first Windows. Instance type, leave it as it is, and key pair. Windows key. Type will be PM, create key pair. Now here earlier we have not done changes in the network setting because we don't had our own VPC. Now we have our own VPC, so we will edit it. And here default VPC I don't use. I will use my own VPC. This I want to create in public subnet, so I will select my public subnet. Auto assign public IP address. What does it mean? Auto assign means your machine will have the public IP. If your machine have the public IP, then only it will be accessible from outside. If not, then it will not be able to. So this public server I want to access from outside, so I will assign IP. But private server I don't want. So there in private server I will do disable. Create security group. So here no need to do any changes as it is just launch instance. So this is the option create EC2 machine, one in each subnet. So I have created one. I am going to create the second one in second subnet. Launch instance. So here I have private server, Windows, and here key pair I will use the same. I will not create again. Network setting, edit. I will select my VPC, private subnet, and auto assign public IP will be disabled for private subnet. Launch instance. So what is the objective of this practical? The objective is, in my organization, I want some server to be accessed from public, from internet user. So I will create one private subnet and keep all the server or create all the server in public subnet. Some server I want to access only from my own. I don't want that server to be accessed from outside. Then I will create one private subnet and keep all those server in private subnet. Understood the objective? Okay. Like web servers, company's website and other things. We want customer to access. So I will create public subnet and inside that I will create EC2 machine. On that I will create my web server. Second one is private. I have some database or any type of things. So I will create private servers in private subnet and I will do all entries and I will not expose it to public users or internet users. Okay. So do it till here, then I will show you how to access both the machine. Meanwhile, it will start. So complete at your side also. हो गया? तो फिर वेट करो. तो एक काम करो, पब्लिक सर्वर एक्सेस करो. विंडोज एक्सेस करने आता है ना? लिनक्स क्यों बनाया? हम तो विंडोज बनाने के लिए बोले थे ना. अरे जल्दी होने से तो ठीक है, लिनक्स ही एक्सेस करो. दूसरे को फिर एसएसएच से एक्सेस करना पड़ेगा, फिर वो प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करेगा. हो जाता है, थोड़ा ऑप्शन टेढ़ा है उसमें. अरे तो कितना टाइम लगेगा? 2 मिनट लगेगा, विंडोज ही क्रिएट कर लो फिर से. पब्लिक नेटवर्क में, पब्लिक सबनेट में विंडोज सिर्फ एक क्रिएट कर लो और वहां से प्राइवेट वाला लिनक्स को एक्सेस कर लेना एसएसएच के थ्रू कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट से. हाँ? कहाँ प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है? तुम्हारा गलती हो. देखो हम करेंगे, होगा. ट्रबल शूटिंग करो तब तो सीखोगे ना. प्रॉब्लम कुछ नहीं कर रहा है, लिख रहा होगा कि विंडोज अभी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है, 4 मिनट वेट करने के लिए. तो हम बता दें, वेट करो और उसका एक बार ब्राउजर रिफ्रेश करके करोगे तो हो जाएगा. बनाते तुरंत लिनक्स की तरह सोचोगे एक्सेस हो तो नहीं होता है. थोड़ा वेट करना पड़ता है. इसीलिए ना हम इतना करके क्यों रुक गए कि तुम लोग जो है, बाकी लोग जिसका बचा है वो प्रैक्टिस कर बना लेगा तो उसके बाद करेंगे. देखो ये स्टेटस आ जाएगा ना तब एक्सेस होगा. देखो 2x2 चेक पास. अभी एक बार ब्राउजर रिफ्रेश करके फिर ट्राई करो तो होगा. हो गया ना? Done. For Windows PEM, for Linux PPK. एक्सेस हो गया तुम्हारा विंडोज दोनों? हाँ, लॉन्च हो गया तो पहला वाला एक्सेस किया, पब्लिक वाला करो। पहला विंडोज सर्वर को एक्सेस करो सब लोग। Those who have launched Windows Server, access your public server because it will also take time to appear. What happened? Huh? Laptop mouse not working. इसको निकालो। कर रहा हूँ। हुआ तुम्हारा? हाँ? हट। सही। उठा के पटक देंगे, भाग यहाँ से। जाके देख उसमें एरर कितना बार बताया कि उसका क्या क्या कंडीशन हो सकता है, क्रॉस चेक कर। मुंह उठा के आएगा तो हम किसी को कुछ नहीं बताएंगे, सिंपल सी बात है। ट्रबल शूटिंग करो पहले। एरर देखा नहीं कि दौड़ गए। वही बात हो गई, फ्री का डॉक्टर, पेट में दर्द शुरू। कल भी ये रिपीट किया था ना कि क्यों प्रॉब्लम आता है। ये 3-4 कंडीशन बताया था, उसको क्रॉस चेक करो। देखो तुम्हारा जो प्रॉब्लम है, कनेक्ट पे गए तो ये वाला दे रहा है ना, यही आ रहा है ना एरर। इसका मतलब क्या पता है? कि तुम बहुत होनहार विद्यार्थी हो। प्रैक्टिस किए थे इससे पहले विंडोज एक्सेस करने का? नहीं किया तुम। करते तो आज याद होता कि यहाँ नहीं क्लिक करना है, ये आरडीपी पे क्लिक करना है। अगर यही हाल रहा तो हमको भी आता है कैसे सबको ठीक करना है। रोज सुबह बुलाएंगे, बैठ करके पूरा क्लास प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए छोड़ देंगे, फिर दूसरे दिन वही कराएंगे। 1 वीक ऐसा ही में सब ठीक हो जाएगा। You all think only by the recorded session you can learn AWS, then it's better for me also, like how I do in online. Just record the session, that is enough for the student. And when you go for the interview, just play the recording in front of interviewer. Whatever question you have, listen from here, you will get the answer. So I think that's a good idea. One day I will sit, record all the interview question and answers, and you can keep it on your WhatsApp or somewhere in your mobile. When you have interview, just play in front or just forward it to them. Sir, tell me your WhatsApp number and send him that video. Whatever question you have, here is the answer. क्या हुआ तुम्हारा हुआ प्रैक्टिकल? अब उसको एक्सेस करो प्राइवेट मशीन को. अब यहाँ से क्या करो ना, वो रन में MSTSC करके उसका प्राइवेट आईपी इसमें डालना, प्राइवेट सर्वर का. फिर उसका यूजर नेम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर पासवर्ड डिक्रिप्ट करके कॉपी करके इसमें डालो, फिर इस मशीन से उसको एक्सेस करना पड़ेगा. क्या हुआ? नहीं हुआ? हाँ, वेरी गुड, नो प्रॉब्लम. Okay, now you see, maybe at 8 o'clock they will come for their class. So I am going to show you how to access it, and wherever you are in between or middle of the practical. After this, first complete. Maybe you go to the reception, sit there, here, sit on the stairs. I don't bother. You have to complete this practical. Okay. So see what is the next step. We have two servers. So private server will not be accessible directly. Why? Because private server don't have public IP address and don't have the route also towards internet. So how to access? First you have to access public server. Okay. So public server you will click on connect and RDP as usual. Then you have to go on download remote desktop file. Now we have get password, upload private key, and then decrypt the password. So just copy this password from here, open this RDP file, connect. So using this, you paste your password here. Okay. So now we are able to access Windows machine. If this comes also, just yes. So we are able to access the public server, and via public server we have to access private server. Okay. So first let it appear properly. Okay. And in Windows also, after creating instance, don't try immediately to access it. It's not Linux. Linux takes very less hardware resource, so immediately it is ready to access. Windows need more hardware resource, so almost 4 to 5 minutes after creating instance you should wait. Okay. Or there is a one option you will see 2 by 2 checked pass. When you scroll na status, then it will show you. If it shows 2 by 2 check pass, then you try Windows, it will be easier. So now you see we have accessed public server of Windows, and in the right side it will give all the details of the public IP, private IP, and you can see you have received the private IP from the subnet which you have defined. Okay. So based on the internet connection, it takes time. Also, the machine which you have created, that is of 1 GB RAM, and you know Windows on 1 GB RAM, how it is going to respond, very very slow. So that's why you click everything and just wait for it to load properly. So you see in the right side, private IP is 192.168.150.80, which is from the first subnet which we have created, and this is the public IP of this machine. Now it's time to access second machine. So for second machine, you will open run and you will type mstsc. So this is the command to open a remote desktop. If you don't want to type the command, just search remote desktop. Okay. Then it will ask for the IP address of the remote machine. Okay. So it will take some time. So let us wait. And meanwhile, we go to the private subnet. So what I wanted to show you here is 2 by 2 pass. Instance state is running, and here you see status check 2 by 2 pass. So if it shows, then only you try to access your Windows. Now I am going to access private server. For the private, you see no public IP is assigned because we have set auto assign public IP disable while creating. Just copy your private IP and paste it there. Okay, here. Then click on connect, and meanwhile decrypt your password. So you will go here also on connect RDP, and no need to download remote desktop file. Just get the password, upload private key, decrypt your password, copy this password. It is asking for username. Username you will write A capital administrator, or if you don't want to type, option is there to copy it also, and paste your password. Okay. And now you can see we are able to access the second machine. We are able to go inside the second machine and we can work the private machine via the first machine, or you can say via the public server. If you are able to do till here, means your practical is successful. So overall objective is not just to create machine. Why we are creating machine? To configure any server. So when machine is in front of you, you configure whatever server you want. Understood? So this is the one thing. Now, once you have completed the practical, then first delete your EC2 instances. When it's terminated properly, then delete your VPC. Everything will get deleted. If you leave your machine running, your hours, 750 hours, which is total of your month, it will get counted, and you will get charged also for this. So now you see we are able to access. This is the second machine, and if you see the private IP 150.176, which is after 128, which we have given as a network ID. Okay. So this is how you have to perform the practical. You want to go in first machine, just minimize it. Now you are in the first machine. You want to come back to your laptop, here. Again you want to go, click here, and to in second machine you click here. You are in the second machine. Understood? Like this, we can access our servers and we can work in it. Here you see public IP is nothing. Any confusion? Any question? So once these all things are done, then we need to terminate, because for me every minute is chargeable. Select all, instance state, terminate. And when you are terminating these machines, also go to EC2 dashboard and make sure whatever things are created along with the EC2 machines are deleted, like security groups, key pairs. Okay. If you don't delete, this security group key pair is not chargeable. But what happens next time when you are going to create, and if you give the same name, it will say it exists, override, lot of security groups will be there. So it's better always when you do practice, after that if you are deleting, delete everything which was created along with the instances. Done. So I hope now you can do this practical. Okay. So this is terminated. Now it's time to terminate this VPC. So along with the VPC, everything is getting deleted. So practice it properly. Next class, when you come here, same thing you have to do. What you have done from the beginning, total same to same you have to do, and then we will do NAT gateway on it to give internet connection to our private server. Okay. So practice it well. Tomorrow again you have to do it in the class. Full practical. So when you come, don't wait. Like suppose 5 minutes delay if I am coming. When you come, start this practice. This you have to do. Then on the same scenario, we will just add NAT gateway.